For a lot of students, the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, comes with a lot of anxiety. They care about the rent, if they're going to be able to pay it. They care about the jobs that they need, the summer jobs that they were supposed to have but cannot have. But they're not only worried about money. What about their classes? What about their exams? What about the rest of the semester? A lot of students have to move away from their homes to study. Often their housing plans end after the semester. Dormitories, for most of them, are shut down or closed. And this has a very big impact, especially on international students whose health coverage is non-existent, and this is despite them paying tuitions that sum up to $25,000 in average for an undergraduate diploma. And also, it is important for them since their countries are not necessarily repatriating them, especially if they come from poorer countries that don't have the means. And students themselves might not have the means to buy the overpriced plane tickets to go back home. Trudeau only announced the temporary abrogation of interest payments on student loans as measure for students. This is not debt amnesty. When everything is over, students in Canada will still have to come back to pay their average $30,000 of debt. This is not only not enough, this is not going in the right direction. For students who can apply to $2,000 a month, this too is not enough. It's not enough to survive, to pay rent even, sometimes in the biggest urban centers of the countries, which is where most of colleges and universities are located. This is not enough. This is far from what we young communists are demanding. What we are demanding is free education, and we've been demanding this for a long time, and now, with the COVID-19 pandemic, it is not time to be shy. It's not time to stop claiming that education is a right, that it should be free, and that we have the right to a free and quality education. And let's talk about quality of education. Right now, there are colleges and even high schools that are asking their teachers to continue to teach through e-learning. This is dangerous going forward, because when everything is over, this might be expanded and might be also a justification to lay off more teachers. One teacher could, through e-learning, be in charge of more than one classes. They can be in charge of classes in different localities. This is dangerous, and this is going to impact the quality of our education, not just in post-secondary education, but also for children, for pupils in high school and even in primary schools. Now is the time to demand more. If there's one thing that we have seen through the COVID-19 is that the countries that have the highest levels, the most expanded public services, are the ones where they are dealing with pandemics, with workers' rights, with students' rights, the best. So now it's time to consider free public quality education as a public service. We see a lot of people saying that health is not a commodity. Well, education is not a commodity. It should not be a commodity. We have to fight against that. Free education means to increase public services, and this is the key point to ensure a real people's recovery, not a corporate's recovery.